Today, I want to talk to you about healing from loss. And this is going to be a guided relaxation all about snowflake kisses, raindrop kisses, whatever is in your world, whatever's in your landscape. First, I want you to get comfortable. I want you to imagine that the wind is coursing past you, the winter wind. It sings a song of the past. We feel the chill of our memories, some of which are very painful, some are beautiful. We remember our childhood moments and days that are etched in our minds. I want you to imagine, if you will, a woman standing outside the front of her home. She's maybe 20, 21 years old, maybe 22, early 20s. Maybe this is you. And I want you to imagine that she's watching her father being brought out in a stretcher. And the snow is falling. It's a cold, overcast winter's day, and he looks so helpless on that stretcher. And she feels so helpless standing in the front yard. She can hear the EMTs, the emergency services individuals, the heroes, the sheroes, talking about keeping him warm and covering him. He has cancer and he is dying. He is on hospice and he's trying to be at home for his last days, but he needs to go to the hospital and this might be the end. And so he's being brought out and the snow is falling. And one large snowflake falls on his cheek and melts. He can't brush it away. He doesn't even open his eyes. And she remembers that moment for the rest of her life. If you've guessed by now, it is me that I am talking about and my father. And now I want you to think about times in your life where you had incredible pain and helplessness. Maybe that moment is now. Or maybe you can bring back a memory from the past. And maybe that memory haunts you, or you see the beauty in it. And so when I think of that snowflake, I imagine that snowflake was like a kiss from above, melting from his warm heart. And I want you to imagine, if you will, that the tears that you have cried, the snowflakes, actual or metaphorically, that have fallen on you or your loved ones, are kisses from above. The winter wind sings a song of the past. We feel the chill, remembering the past, our childhood, memories etched forever in our souls. But those memories and that wind song can be forever our power to love more fully and more passionately in the moment. And when we share a kiss, or when we think of caring about someone enough to want to hug them, to kiss them, to love them, we can remember that everything just changes form. So if I think back to that one snowflake that fell on my father's cheek, I can imagine that came from a cloud in the sky that drifted there from another place. It was once the tear that fell from someone's eyes. It was the splash in a childhood pool. It was just a still puddle that no one even saw, that evaporated into the sky, found its way above my father, above me, and fell upon his cheek. And so everything that you feel, every piece of nature that you may not even think about, that you might take for granted, becomes a part of who you are and a part of your healing and your power, whether it's a snowflake or a raindrop. It is a part of your beauty. The winter wind sings a song of the past, of the present, and we feel the chill and the warmth of the healing and power that it brings with it, the love from beyond our space on the earth, but other spaces that we may not know about, we may never know, but there's a beautiful energy, and we are all interconnected. When I think about the young me looking at my father, I don't really quite remember if I had a tear or a snowflake. I don't remember much about what I felt in that moment other than a deep connection to my father and that snowflake on his cheek. And so there may be times in your life, maybe right now, that you are very connected to a symbol, a vision. And if you are in an area where you might see some rain or some snow, I want you to think about how meaningful all of that can be.